Let us understand how to perform outer joins using SQL. There are three different types of outer joins: left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. When it comes to left outer join, it is all about getting all the records from both the datasets which satisfies join condition along with those records which are in the left side table but not in the right side table. In our case, if we join orders and odd items using left outer join, then we will not only get all those orders which satisfies the join condition but also those orders for which there are no corresponding entries into odd items. There might be some records where there are no entries in the child table, and if you want to get those records as well along with the records which satisfy the join condition, then we use left outer join if the table is on the left side. Right outer join mean exactly the same thing. The left versus right is determined based on the side on which the table is present. So in this case, for the same example of getting all the records which satisfies join condition and also those records which are only in orders, if the table orders is on the left side in the join, then we have to use left outer join. If the table orders is on the right side, then we have to use right outer join. So depending upon the side of the table from which you want to get those extra records, you have to specify either left or right. Full outer join is nothing but left outer join union right outer join. So there might be a scenario where two tables have many to many relationship. There might be records in the first table for which there are no corresponding records in the second table. Similarly, the second table might have some records for which there are no corresponding records in the first table. Now, if you want to get all those records which satisfy the join condition plus those records which are only on the left table as well as the records only in right table, then you can say full outer join between first table and the second table. It will take care of running left outer join, right outer join and perform the union between them so that we get all the records which satisfy the join condition plus those records which are there in one table but not in another table from both the tables. Now let's see what happens when we perform the outer join. We will take left outer join as example. It will get all the values from both the tables when join condition satisfies. If there are rows on left side tables for which there are no corresponding values in right side table, all the projected column values for right side table will be null. It is very important to understand this. You will be seeing values for all the columns. However, if there are records which are on left side table but not on the right side table, then all the values in the right side table columns will be null. Here are some of the examples for outer join. Get all the orders where there are no corresponding order items. Get all the order items where there are no corresponding orders. Let's understand that how we can solve these problems using outer joins. I am connecting to the database here. Now I can run this query. We can review the results. There is an order ID 3 for which there are no corresponding entries in odd items. You can see the values from odd items as none. These are coming from odd items. The reason why we are seeing none is because we are using Jupyter, which is Python based environment. The actual query results will show null if you run these queries using SQL Workbench or pSQL. So don't get confused if you are seeing null if you are using tools like SQL Workbench. We are seeing none here because we are using Jupyter based environment, which is Python based. Now let's try to get the count of this outer join query. We are getting 183,650 as count. However, when we perform inner join, we got 172,198. So there are 172,198 records which satisfies the join condition. However, the difference between the two, whatever is the number, those many records are there in orders but not in odd items. If you are interested in getting all those records which are in orders but not in odd items, you can actually have where condition like this, and you can say where oi.odd item already is null, and you should be able to see those records which are in orders but not in odd items. When you try to specify this condition to compare against null, make sure you have the same column which is used as part of the join condition. So in this case, as part of the join condition, from odd items we have used odd item already to join with orders already. We have to specify that as part of the where condition to get those records which are in the first table but not in the second table. If you use odd item subtotal might be null for some of those records which are in odd items, and hence you might get incorrect results. Always try to use the same column which is specified as part of the on clause from the second table as part of the where condition so that you get the correct results. Now you can also get the count of these records. There are 11,452 such records which are in orders but not in odd items. Now, if you want to troubleshoot further whether the status of these orders is in complete or closed, because from the business perspective, if a order is complete or closed, then there should be some items associated with it. If there are no items and if the order is either complete or closed, that means there might be something wrong with the dataset or in the workflow of our business. So we have to troubleshoot and fix the data issue or the application issue. In this case, we are not going to go that far, but we are trying to validate whether our data is correct or not. Now let's try to get the count of those orders whose status is in complete or closed, but there are no corresponding order items. For that, on top of this where condition where we have order item already as null, we are adding additional condition saying o.order status incomplete, comma closed. Now you can run this. There are 5189 records, which means our data is not of good quality, or there might be some bug in the application which is causing this issue. Now you can perform the write out join to validate whether there are records only in order items but not in orders. First I am performing the write outer join. You will get the same number of records as we have seen earlier, which is nothing but 172,198, because for all the records in order items there are corresponding records in orders and hence the count match. You can also run this query by checking for order ID to be null to see if there are records in order items but not in orders. In this case, with respect to the data, from the relationship between orders and order items perspective, all the order items have corresponding records in orders. So this is how we can validate our data sets by using outer joins, especially between those tables which are related. If at all we have certain records in child tables for which there are no corresponding records in the parent table. As we have understood all the aspects of filtering the data, projecting the data, as well as joins, now let's get into the aggregations so that we understand how to perform the aggregations on top of our data in the tables.